do it here.
You can put me down if you want before you get
started.
started.
We're live. We're live now, Shark. We are live, and welcome to the normal time for me. Maybe not for a few Americans who didn't tell us that their clocks were changing. Isn't that right, Shark?
Yes. What can we do to mess with people's minds?
Yes. I come up at my normal time to watch Shark, turn on my laptop, get set up, and it tells me the Shark has already been live and finished for the last done his hour already. So to you Americans who are joining us at a later time than normal, thanks for coming back in. And to the Europeans and the rest of us who are still on our normal time, just letting you know now that next week I will be going an hour earlier for my time so that we're finishing straight after Shark. So Shark, for European people or for people in the UK and Ireland, Shark will be live at 6 p.m. next week. So remember that, 6 p.m. our time until the clocks change, and then it all goes back to normal. So we'll just say hi to whoever came in first. So way back up the cost, people were in for ages waiting for me to go live, all the American people. So I have to go way back. So American's favorite hoarder was first guy in. Steve SRT was following in then. Ed was in. HH Recycling. Mike's Meltdowns, welcome in. Mike's Meltdown is in the basement. I'll bring you up in a second, Mike. HH Recycling. Shark Scrapper, of course, was there as well. They were having a chat, them guys, about the time change, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Patrick Williams was in there as well. Richard Herbert was there. Keep going down, keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. Shark Scrapper, Richard Herbert, HH Recycling, Ed, Andy then was in. Andy passed the ducks, as Ian Matthews will call her. Andy passed the ducks. JR Cat, welcome in. HH Recycling again. See you scrapping, welcome in. Kristen from Poland, welcome in. Kristen does be over on my TikTok side as well. So welcome in there, Kristen. Paul Frost, Scrappage JC, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is good with you. Truck Fan is there, and America's favorite hoarders back in and things. So we'll bring up Mike's Meltdown from the basement now. Philip, welcome in. Good to see Philip. I hope you see my answer. Philip, was it you that was asking me on my last video, where did I get the screwdriver set? I got it from good old Temu. That's where I bought it. Just the job. Hey, Mike, welcome in.
Hi, Irish. Hi, Short. Hi, everybody.
What's up, man?
Right. So, how is everyone? What's everyone working on? That's the question I always ask in the chat. What are people taking apart? Today, I was working on gold recovery from these terminals at the end of these batteries, taking out the gold terminals and putting them into the acid. Anyone that was over on TikTok would have seen that. I was doing that earlier today. I've also got a little device from a company to test out, which I will be doing a video on. So I was working on that today as well. Hey, Everyday Solars, welcome in. So I was doing that, and that's the sort of stuff I was working on. And we've got E-Waste Mike in the basement. Welcome, Mike. Look at him. He's very civil now. A minute ago,
I got that out of my system.
Yeah, he was down the basement doing a lot of stuff, and
but I got one more for sure.
Yeah. he was giving us all that, so he was down there. Mike's eating again. Hey, Ralph Morrick, welcome in. Ralph, I want you to start playing a different game. I'm fed up with Minecraft. I don't like Minecraft, and it's not fair. I want to see a different game.
Just the first thing I've eaten today, Andy. Thank you very little.
Thank you very little.
I've eaten nothing all day. I'm going to pass out if I don't.
Scrap-wise, what has everyone been working on? I seen Mike's Meltdowns video yesterday. He was working on a box full of different types of devices. He was taking apart boards and stuff. What you call there? Patrick Williams has been taken apart. What was Patrick working on? I was watching. He was working on. Can't think now, but he's working on taking boards and stuff. I was surprised. More Minecraft tonight. No. I want something different. I find Minecraft is just like, I don't know. The graphics.
You know, Irish, I don't know what Mike is whining about. I mean, he sends me this picture, and he's just complaining about. Can I show this, Mike?
I don't care. I'm naked.
So he sends me this picture and he's all upset. He's like, "Oh, it's so much work."
All I said was going to be bullshit to unload. That's all I said. And it is.
What is JR Cat says? Cleaning out the basement on the house that wants to be put on the market at the end of the month. Okay, that's what he's working on. Stripping CD, DVD drives. Oh yeah, you see, all I take out of the CD drives is really the ribbon wire that has the gold plating on it, and I do take out the tiny little neodymium magnets. Does anyone else take out them tiny magnets? Do you know there's tiny magnets in there, like tiny? Watchball knows. Mike's Meltdown does. So yeah, them tiny little I don't know why I take them out, because I've seen people on eBay buy them for crafts, and I thought, oh, I'll collect a rake of them and I'll sell them. But I haven't done anything with them. I've taken them out and done nothing with them.
I currently have a big ball of them.
Yeah.
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 Hey, Mike, did you load your van with a pitchfork or something to get all that wire in there?
No. He had a little Gaylord box, like super short, that he dug out after I got everything else loaded up. He goes, "Oh, could you fit this in there?" Good. I just threw it in there.
Hey, by the way, welcome in Scrapping on the Fly, and who has Electronic Scrappers there as well. So cleaning up some silver this evening. Oh, cool. Hey, Electronic Scrapper, you were meant to send me some information on some stuff you're working on that only me and you know that you're doing. Send me an update on it. I'd like to know where what stage you're at on that.
Let's do one better. You, him, and somebody else might know too.
Who else did I see coming in there? Ed and Earl, welcome in. Good to see you guys. I'm just fighting the frost. Well, as I was telling Shark there, we were chatting before we went live, because Shark had an hour to kill while he was waiting. So we were chatting. We had 18 degrees Celsius today. 18 degrees Celsius, which is like 60-something degrees Fahrenheit in March. Unheard of. That's what we had today. Sunny, 18 degrees Celsius.
It's supposed to be 75 here by the end of the week.
Yeah, but like we wouldn't normally get that in March here. We'd normally maybe 12 degrees Celsius or 8. Like next week now, we're back. Well, later on in the week, we're back to 8 degrees Celsius and -1 at night. So that's what normal temperatures will be. Watchball is saying, Ralph said they had 20 Celsius yesterday. Would that be normal for you at this time of year, Ralph, or is that an abnormal temperature? Watchball is saying, Mildew, I'm actually making a video about it. Oh, cool. I got the okay for it. Oh, well, that's okay. So that's all right, because I thought it was only me and down there that knew about this secret thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a scrapyard run. Oh, with about 350 kgs of shred steel. What did you get for it, Ralph? What did you get? He's sorting out skip bags of stuff that will come in handy. Someone asked, where's Ian? I don't know where Ian is. Oh, there's Ian. It said, where's Ian? There's Ian. What's that temperature you're showing there?
58.
Oh, yeah. Nice sunny weather.
Tuesday.
Sunny weather.
Yep, 75 on Tuesday.
Ian Matthews saying hi to everyone. So welcome in, Ian. You got so for 350 pounds or 350 kgs of shred, Ralph got €78. Question there from See You Scrapping for Shark, or a statement.
Yeah, interesting.
I might have to go that way too.
So you've plenty of stuff to keep you going anyhow at the moment, Mike, by the looks of that fan.
I'm showing this to Andy.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
even healthy. Because you can't get no stuff from Ireland, so I had to break down and spend 5 hours for this itty bitty bag. Actually, I spent $10 because I bought 2.
Look what I have here. A big Cadbury's bar, as big as my head. And my head is big.
Shark will get you on that one. I don't care about them too much.
Everyday Scholar, is it okay to eat a Cadbury's crunchy one? Because I know you don't like the ones, the fruit and nut. You said you're not allowed to put chocolate and fruit and nut. The one these is okay, is it?
All I got to say is if we don't get some Cadbury pretty soon, I'm going to be going to divorce court. So
I hope that box never comes.
Ralph Morris had another €78. So what's going to be happy to hear that? Returnables. There you go. Look at that, truck fan. Returnables. You're not the only person doing them. Ralph Morris got €78 from it, and in 95% was stuff he found, so it wasn't his own. Yeah, if anyone didn't see Matthew's last video, don't watch it because you'll need therapy after watching it.
I started watching it and I couldn't handle it. I had to. I'll finish it tonight.
You'll need therapy. When you see a man pouring everything out the shed and he's down on his hands and knees, he's in trouble.
Yep.
I'm just glad that the weather wasn't too warm.
You know, Ian.
Now, can you just, but you know, you can just see how this works, how this happens. One of Ian's neighbors will come over and say, "Hey, Ian, do you have a screw like this with a nut on it?" And 4 hours later, Ian will find the screw. And then another 6 hours later, he'll find the nut that goes on the screw.
Yeah, exactly. And then he has to put everything back in the shed after he takes everything out of the shed. And then he probably only gives the guy one of them. And then your man comes back, "Oh, you wouldn't have another one of them." So he's take it all out again and do it all again.
Oh, man.
You know? That's great, Chuck fan. I mean, right. HH Recycling, huh? What's he saying there? Let me have a look. We'll highlight Ian's comment. What's he saying? "I was busy on Friday, missed out on 4 kg of brass. Saturday, I caught the vomiting bug being laid up." You know what you are? You're just a walking hospital, Ian Matthews.
No kidding, man. He's been so. How's he still alive?
The walking virus.
He's a walking virus.
Yeah, where's Truck Fan Ben? I haven't seen Truck Fan.
Oh, Truck fan was in earlier. He was up there at the very start. Yeah. He pops in and out. He's a bit like Lee, you know. He comes in and goes, "Great video," and then disappears.
Yeah, he popped up on mine to say he wasn't going to be on mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, at least he popped in to say hi. Well, soon, Ian. Ian, did you? I don't know. You probably missed Sharks live because he went an hour earlier than everyone else normally. But he was saying copper prices are going up the way. Ian, I told him not to tell you about it either.
Ian was,
And so what do? You turn around and tell him.
well, Ian was in there.
Oh, was he? Okay. He actually made it. Well, Lord. I didn't make it. I came in at the normal time. He's a bit guy. Kathy will throw everything away.
Ian can read an international clock.
Well, no one told us the time was changing in America. Like, why are you going 3 weeks ahead of everyone else?
Because we're morons. Because we're morons. Haven't you figured that out yet?
I had that pickup to do this morning, so I told my computer guy, I told my helper, I said, "Make sure you change your clocks." Guess who didn't change your clock?
Your helper?
Himself.
You?
I was hours screwed up.
So you were an hour late to everything, huh?
Yep. That's okay. I still got all my stuff.
I saw a new hair growth cream on YouTube. Have you tried it yet? It works. If it works, let Shark know.
Yeah.
He's like having 2 goes there. As well as having to go at me, he's having to go at you, Shark, all in the one sentence.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Time?
Oh, look at that. There's a spanner by my name. I know what I can do.
Look at this. He goes, "I was in Sharks. Had to leave when he started talking about fire safety to guys who was in a shed." Yes, very true. I've noticed most of the safety stuff you talk about is stuff that Ian has probably never done. Most of that safety stuff. Have a guard on your grinder. Oh, Ian doesn't do that. Don't do anything hazardous that could cause a fire surrounded by stuff that can go on fire. Ian welded in a shed full of flammable stuff. Very true.
That he would not be able to put out to save his life if he needed to.
Well, Ian Matthews has a lot of fire extinguishers, but most of them don't have anything in them. Most of them are in.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say.
but I think packed as that stuff is in there, I'm not sure a fire extinguisher would be effective.
Hey, when the fire brigade come and they go in and they go, I don't know how the fire got out of control because he's got hundreds of fire extinguishers here. It's okay to weld in the shed, but we don't need to see him welding in his wife once again. No, sorry, I was just browsing and saw him live. So don't feel honoured, Shark. He wasn't actually looking for you. He just came across you.
Yeah, well, it was. I was thinking the time difference threw him off. That's what I was thinking.
I actually missed Shark's Live today.
I can tell you're heartbroken.
So looking forward to it.
Hey, James P. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you.
Aspirin?
I tried sharing this link earlier. I just shared it in the chat. These are the fire buckets that I use in my shop. They're steel buckets. They've got a clamp-on lid, so you can actually make it where the amount of oxygen that can get into them is negligible.
So you can throw all your batteries, throw the lithium batteries when they go on fire into them.
You can actually use them to store lithium batteries. Just tape up the terminals before you toss them in there.
Yeah.
Decrease the amount of risk that you have is what you want to do.
Yeah. Because
Or you can be like Irish and pull the terminals, break the batteries, and pull the terminals off, and do all the stuff they tell you not to do.
Yeah. Hold on now a second. Let me get one here, and I'll give you a demonstration if you want. You just get the battery and you bend it here, you pull it here, and when the blue smoke comes out, don't worry about it. I have not had one of them go on fire yet, breaking them apart. I don't break the whole battery. I just break the terminal part, and that's the plastic bit going across there. You bend it off. You're left with your two terminals. Put a bit of electrical tape over them. You're sound to go. Don't try touching the two together, because I've done that experiment just to see what would happen, and I did get a lot of sparks coming from it.
Take the terminals, drop them in a steel bucket, close the lid, and preferably set it outside where it can't cause a problem if it does have a problem.
Yeah. Actually, I must put these batteries out because I had them left here to pull the terminals off them, but I didn't pull the terminals, so I must put these out before the night is out, because we could have a fire tonight. So they definitely have to go out. They're the last of them that have to be done. Scrapping Scotland calls him by a name like Trilobites. Okay. Bowling ball 70s Harry's.
I think we missed something in the conversation somewhere.
Yeah, I think we did. I need to go back up and check what we're on about here now. It's okay to weld, blah, blah, blah. I see Matthew said gardening season is upon us soon again. Oh, my God.
No.
Anyways, Jill, welcome in. I see there are copper coils. I've been doing them for days. Say they are copper coils. What's copper coils? I'm not sure. I think we missed something, and I want to know what we're on about now.
Shark, I'm going to ruin your week. I filled up my old people pill dispenser, so I'm good for another week now. It'll keep me alive.
Oh, man, I have one of those, too.
My old people.
I still forget half the time to take them. I take Fridays on Monday and Mondays on Saturday. My days get old. That's why on my videos, when I say the wrong day, that's why.
Well, thank God I don't have to take any tablets at all. Touch wood.
Those are all vitamins.
Okay. Well, do you not get enough vitamins from eating fresh fruit and veg?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't do doctors, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Sorry, drunk texting Richard is saying.
He
I remember
just does
you
Christmas.
asking
He
us all
doesn't do doctors.
I don't do doctors.
Mike, my doctor's pretty cute.
The one I had was from India, and she was a terrible mess. You know how they got that red thing on their head? She had a big old like a goiter up there. I couldn't even look at the lady. Terrible. I wanted to brown. Let me pop it.
Hey, Ralph Morrick, seeing it's Mario Day tomorrow, could you not play some Mario games on your channel maybe instead of Minecraft?
Couldn't you take a creeper and put it in a rail cart? It'd kind of be like Mario going through the course.
We hardly had enough copper. We're okay. Hey Irish, happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah, that's for not another. We're that's when tomorrow week. So Monday week is St. Patrick's Day.
Is that on the calendar?
The 17th.
No. What's up with this calendar that doesn't have any holidays on it? It doesn't even have St. Patrick's Day.
Oh come on, Solers. How
And that's
dare
not
you?
the most important
What
one.
the hell, Solers?
Oh, the calendar's downstairs. I was looking for it here, but I don't have it downstairs, don't I?
Looks like there's gonna be some refundage coming on. And
Yeah,
I bought
yeah.
5 of them, so man, I'm gonna get paid.
Hey, Irish, you need to give us some real Irish traditional things to do for St. Patrick's Day.
Drink.
Get drunk.
We get drunk.
And then get in a fight.
We're talking about the coil on power supplies. I've been doing a bunch of them. Okay, I'm winding them. Okay. The most important day of the year, bigger than Christmas. It is for our Irish. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is bigger than Christmas for an Irish person. Sure, look at America. It celebrates St. Patrick's Day bigger than most places in Ireland. Like in Boston and stuff like that. And when they paint in Chicago, they turn the river green and stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that over here. You just go mental over there first.
Well, that's because we have more Irish people here than you have.
Yeah, well, you do, because the population of Ireland is what, 4.5 million? And the population of America that claim to be Irish is what, 40, 50 million? You know, so there you go.
You know what? I bet you we can find out how many Irish.
How many Americans claim to be Irish?
Well, the problem is there's a comedian, an Irish comedian, that talks about how the Irish have shagged their way into the bloodline of every family, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a scrapper's calendar.
According to this, there are 31.5 million people in the United States that claim Irish ancestry.
There you go. So a tenth of your population is
roughly a tenth of the population.
Yeah,
I think we should all go over to Ireland and beat their asses and take over their little island.
Oh,
I'm heading to Cork myself, you know.
Yeah. Your Murphy's is a big place. There's a brewery in Cork called Murphy's Brewery.
That's right.
There you go. So that's a big name, Murphy's in Cork.
My great grandfather is a Malone.
Okay.
And the state with the most Irish people is California.
Okay, I thought it would have been on the East Coast. Because like even an awful lot of Irish live in Boston and New York, and you'd have an awful lot of in Philadelphia and places like that. An awful lot of Irish would have been there. Chicago is a very big Irish population. What city has the most Irish? Never mind the state. What city has the biggest Irish population? Must be Boston.
Per capita, I'd say definitely Boston, but
yeah.
So California overtook Massachusetts in the 2020 census.
Okay.
So up until 2020, it had been Massachusetts.
Okay.
And that's from Irish Central. Oh man. Okay, how do I get away from this? Okay, let's go back here.
Well, one thing I noticed is if you're over, this from people who go to America on St. Patrick's Day, if you're in a bar in America and they know you're Irish on St. Patrick's Day, especially a place where there'll be a lot of police or guys that worked in the fire or military, they won't let you buy a drink all day. They'll buy a drink for you all day. So they will, because a lot of the Irish who went over there, their descendants became either police officers or worked in the fire departments or worked in the military when they went over to America. A lot of their descendants, so they always on St. Patrick's Day they won't let you buy a drink.
I don't know how you say the name of that city, but that's the city with the largest Irish population.
Where is that? Let me look. The Irish. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, per capita, I seen that actually in one of the newspapers this week. They were saying it like again. Hey, Kevin Sturgis, welcome in. Good to see you. Everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're in Scotland, England, Italy, wherever. You'll see people with green hats on and celebrating St. Patrick's Day. You know, again, a lot of people, for the size of our nation, like of 4.5 million, we have a lot of, like in Australia, that celebrate St. Patrick's Day. They celebrate it in England. They celebrate it in America, Canada. Parts of Canada will have it. Where if you look at any other country, when their national day is, it's never really celebrated too much in any other country. You know,
no, isn't it interesting? Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and again, we're the only country in the world that gets invited every year to the White House. Every year, guaranteed to be invited for St. Patrick's Day.
Not this year.
We are. We're there. We're there on Thursday. Yeah, they're there. They're there on Thursday.
Well, y'all better wear a suit when you get there.
That's right.
And let's not go down the politics road. Let's see if it's a different country. And that has been designated Irish Heritage Day in America for the full month of March.
I think the main reason that everybody celebrates St. Patrick's Day is because the Catholics didn't have another holiday in March.
No, it's the reason it's celebrated so much is because the Irish immigrated so much. Because
that's true.
Back in the day when Ireland was back in the famine and when it was ruled by England, it was a poor country because England wanted to keep it down and didn't want it to grow. Same as when England had control over America, the money was going from America to England, not staying there, and that's why you had the Boston Tea Party. And that's why we had our War of Independence to break away from England. And but we immigrated. An awful lot of people immigrated all over the world. And also the reason a lot of Irish people ended up in Australia was that when England ruled Ireland, they had, if you were convicted of a crime by the English, you were shipped off to Australia as punishment.
Yep, prison colony.
So that's why a lot of Irish ended up, because if you were a guy that caused, like, say, you were protesting against the English, they just said you committed a crime and they sent you off to Australia to get you out of the way. You know, so anyone that was politically opposed to them were shipped off, and then that's why a lot of Irish ended up in Australia, Canada, and America, and then that's why the population is so high for there, and that's why St. Patrick's Day is celebrated over there so much.
Why did they ship you off to Australia?
Because it was far enough away that you couldn't make enough noise to cause them trouble.
That in Australia was the English penal colony at the time.
Yeah.
You can't say penal on YouTube.
That's penile. Ian Matthews isn't even up here, and we've sunk down to a low level already.
Yep. Mike did it.
If you were a convicted redneck that shipped you to the USA.
That's how Scrapping on the Fly got here.
How things have changed. Won't let you into Oz with a record now. Yeah, one time you were sent to Australia if you were a criminal. Now you're not allowed in if you're a criminal.
Oh man.
Oh, so no green bear. Oh God, green bear. You really do go overboard, like green
Mhm.
bear.
So just drink regular beer then.
Oh yeah, it's on the flip side of the disc, Ian. If you turn that disc upside down, Australia's on the other side of that disc.
And if you spin the disc backwards, it has a weird, your mother is a walrus. Your mother is a walrus.
I sent Ian a photo during the week there of another gang of guys that would be part of his Flat Earth company that he keeps. Wood. I sent him this video. This guy has a van, and on it is there are no birds left in the world. All birds are all the birds were killed off by the American government from the years 1990 to 2014 and have been replaced by drones. And they use the power lines. When they land on the power lines, they're recharging. So I sent Ian that picture. I said, "Is he part of your group?" If you were convicted, you got shipped to Canada. That's offensive to us who are born to walrus people. Yes, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. St. Patrick was a Welsh shepherd, essentially. He looked after sheep in Wales, and he was captured and brought to Ireland to work as a slave, for some whoever. He escaped, went back, and came back and brought Christianity to Ireland afterwards. So came back to convert the pagans, and that's how St. Patrick. And Croagh Patrick, which is a mountain in where I live, is where he was meant to have climbed up, and he built a church on the top of the mountain. And he stayed up there for so long, and then when he came down, he converted everyone to Christianity and banished all the snakes from Ireland. There's no snakes in Ireland, only two-legged ones. That's the only snakes that are allowed in Ireland. But there's no snakes. There's not a grass snake or any type of snake wild in Ireland. I think we're one of the only countries in the world that doesn't have snakes. Most other countries have. Most other ones have a grass snake or something like that as well. So we don't even have any type of snake.
You want some? We got plenty.
No.
The English also deported all the Irish snakes to Australia.
Yeah, Australia as well. Cool history lesson, Ed was saying. Is that right? No snakes. We have grass snakes, and no, we don't have any grass snakes in Ireland. We've no snakes at all wild. Now, if there's any, again, some idiots might get snakes from pet stores and let them off, but they're not native snakes to here. As in, there's no Irish snake, and no one has ever come across one and gone, "Oh, here's a snake that no one has recognized." Any snake that's ever been found is one that someone has let go from. They bought in a pet shop and decided they couldn't look after it anymore and let it off.
Yeah, freaking morons. It's like, oh, look at this baby anaconda. What a cute pet that's going to make. Sure, it's 20 feet long.
Yeah. Swally's a child of up to 8 years of old in one go. Yeah, that's a good pet to have.
I think I'll let it go in the form of Everglades.
Yeah, isn't there a bounty on boas in the Everglades?
Oh yeah, they do that. They do a roundup every year. But they've become so well established that they'll never be able to eradicate them.
Yeah.
So
isn't it in Colombia where Escobar brought in the hippos, and then when he was killed, the hippos were let run wild, and now they have an epidemic of hippos in Colombia that they're trying to get rid of. And it all started with him bringing in, I think, 4 hippos from abroad for his private collection.
So this is Scrap Channel. In the last 10 minutes, we talked about walruses, hippos, snakes.
And your point is?
I can't imagine that it will be hard to track down hippos, though.
No, but there's so many of them now. How many? Now I have to go look that up. How many there is now? They say in the wild.
But we can't talk about.
What's the hippos? Wild hippos in Colombia. Escobar for his private zoo. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see. How many do they say that there is now? He started with 4 hippos. I was right with 4. And how many do they say the population in 19 the population grew to approximately 100? So it went from 4 to 100. And
My little search says authorities estimate that 170 hippos currently inhabit Colombia.
well, this was 2019, so that 100 now has gone to 170.
And the population is expected to increase to 1,000 by 2035.
There you go.
Damn. Hippos are mean animals.
So they're like rabbits.
Wonder was what grilled hippos taste like. Grilled hippo taste like.
Still, I can't imagine that with 170 of them, they're hard. They're not particularly hard to track down, I would say. So they're not trying very hard.
But I think they're so dangerous and stuff like that, and they're in the swamps, so it's a bit harder to get them when they go into the water.
Tranquilizer darts and helicopters. Come on, man.
Yeah. What about the giant cane toads the government brought into Australia to fight the rabbits? Okay, didn't know that. See, that's something there.
They made a joke about that on the Simpsons way back when. Bart took his toad with him to Australia, and he wasn't allowed to bring it in, so he let it loose outside the airport.
What you call it? Shop James P says they need to bring some rednecks down there. They'll get rid of the hippos. A big cookout. Did you ever watch them crocodile hunters and stuff down there? Is it not Florida? It might be Florida. They catch them and they eat them and stuff like that. And Christ.
And Mississippi does a lot of that too.
Yeah, Mississippi. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, a gator is pretty good. I mean, I like gator if it's prepared right.
What does it taste like? Chicken.
Yeah. It's a very
gamier.
Yeah, but it's a very juicy meat, so that's why it's described. A lot of people describe it as similar to chicken because it's a very.
When we ask anyone, if they're ever abroad, they go, "Oh, I had this food, and it was such and such. It was from such an animal." And you go, "What does it taste like?" Chicken. You hear does everything just taste like chicken?
It's a glitch in the matrix.
A few years ago, we have Argentinian ants escaped from quarantine. Now they are everywhere, and they are not nice. Yeah, over here we have African bees now. I think is in Ireland, and so they're causing trouble for the native bees, and they're kind of taking over. So that's an issue over here. And the African bees are a lot more aggressive than the.
I'm surprised that they survive up there. That's interesting that they survive. Of course, you're having so much warm weather now; it's probably not an issue.
Yeah, well, we do have a lot of mild weather. Most of the year, it's only certain times of the year we get really cold weather. Well,
yeah.
Most at that time of year, they're probably the queen bee is well insulated and waiting for the better weather to come.
Yeah.
Before they come back out. Anyway,
when the killer bees was one of the things that we were so worried about. Never hear about them anymore.
Yeah, but you remember the movies, the killer bees movies used to be out in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Back in the 80s and early 90s, it was like one of the major things that was going to kill us all.
Yeah. Again, the acid rain was another thing that was going to kill us all.
That and quicksand.
Quicksand. But anyway, let's get back to scrap because Mike wants to talk about scrap. So Mike, you can have a conversation there now.
You gonna strip all that wire, man?
Oh, every freaking piece.
Yeah.
I'm already on. The stripper's already going.
Actually, Mike, here before we go on to scrap again, I heard that you got an unruly wake-up call from an Ian Matthews there on some morning.
5:20 in the morning.
Was he drunk?
He said, over here because we're 5 hours ahead.
Yeah,
when Ian's awake, everyone's awake. So Ian decides he sends Mike a picture. I think it was Jack Black that was in the picture. And he goes, "Is that you in the background?" He goes, and Mike replied back, "It's 5:30 in the morning. You've got jokes."
He's lucky I was awake. And then I got the same picture from somebody else. I was like, "You're a little bit late." I don't know who else. I think that's right. Cycling sent it to me. You know, I could care less about it anyway. 5:20 in the morning. Then he sends me a picture of his desk and a coffee cup.
Had you got your coffee cup on the desk, or was it a different coffee cup?
No, I put it over here on the side of the bed, so if I have to pee at night, I don't have to get up. I saw that, Irish. I saw what you did. No, I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's up there on top of the desk. I cherish it. That's all I have of value in my life is an Ian Matthews freaking coffee cup.
Hey, it's something. I don't even know where my Ian Matthews coffee cup has gone to. It was here, but it's disappeared.
I don't even have an Ian
Or
Matthews.
I get stupid stuff like this from Ian Matthews. And it says, it's hard to see it. It says, just a warning if you're buying a watch on Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that one too.
But that was at 8:11, so that wasn't a bad time. Yeah. Hey, there's the coffee cup. You think he would have took that E-Waste Mike Stein that I gave him and put that on his desk, you know?
Actually, no. Here, we'll go back to Scrapper later. Talk. Do any of you take apart keyboards? I presume Mike's Meltdown does. Any other guys take apart your keyboards? No?
Yeah, I do.
What do you do with the Mylar?
I put them in the box, the bin that's marked Mylars.
Okay, you haven't done anything with them yet, have you? No?
No, at some point I want to mess around with extracting the silver.
I was messing around with them actually today as well. I put them into nitric acid, and it was nitric acid I'd used for removing gold from pins. So it dissolved the pins and left the gold. And I said, oh, there's still probably some active nitric acid in there. So I put them in there and just see what happens. So I put them in, and within half an hour, I could see silver beginning to already come out of the solutions. So interesting. I thought it was very quick. It worked very quick.
When I've watched other people do it, I mean, some folks just, like slide it through. Yeah. It doesn't take that long at all.
No, it came out really quick. I thought, geez, that's and no heat or nothing, just into the nitric acid and just the sun, just a bit of warmth from the sun today. And next thing I seen the liquid going from like a clear blue to a darker cloudy blue. And then I started around and said, oh, there's already salts in there, already some dropping out. The stack really nice. Yeah, it's easy enough to stack them up. But I just had a pile of them there and said, you know what, I'll just stick them in the nitric acid and see what happens, because I haven't done any silver. And I said this would be probably the easiest silver to recover, I was thinking, and put it in, and straight away it reacted. It was very. I just keep the Mylars until they move them. Then it's pickup time. Yeah, no, the Mylars. So I have more keyboards there now, so I'm going to take more and add more of the Mylars and get more going in some nitric acid I've left over. So at least that way I'm using up the nitric acid as well.
Yeah. Bought my first bottle of nitric this week.
How much did it cost you?
I think it was about $30.
Okay. Is there Clear P, welcome in. Can we see the photo of Jack Black, Mike? Have you got that photo the Dean sent you?
Am I getting paid?
Scrap it together. Welcome in. Daniel, what's the largest amount of gold you got from pins at once? Oh, geez, I don't know, because I'm not one of these people. Hold on, let me get the picture there and show it. So if you look at the left-hand side there.
The green.
In the green. Doesn't that look a bit like Mike?
A little too much gray, I think.
In the beard, yeah.
So in pins, I've never really, because when I do them, any gold I get, I'll mix it in with more gold. So I've never actually gone to say ran a pound of pins and seen how many I've got out of them, because I'll start off and I might put some pins in, then I'll add more pins, and then I'll add more pins, and I never bother weighing them. So I don't really know, Daniel. Sorry to not help you on that one. Anyone else that may have done that down there? Maybe electronic scrapper. You done pins, I think, but you done them by reverse electrolysis. You might have an answer. There are companies that buy X-ray film for silver recovery. Just wonder if they would buy. Yeah, there's companies that buy the Mylar. The same companies that buy the X-ray film, I'd say, would buy the Mylar. You'd just have to contact them. I found a company 3 years ago. Yeah, so there, Shark has answered that question.
I don't know if they're still around, and I haven't found the contact information since I've moved, so I don't know if I can still find him again.
I have to correct myself. The nitric acid I bought was $40, and it's 32 ounces of 70%.
Okay, convert 32 ounces to milliliters and liters and half liters and stuff, because in the real world we use proper measurements.
32 ounces to milliliters. 946 milliliters, so just shy of a liter.
Just under a liter.
Yeah.
Okay. So $40 a liter. So when I bought my 75 liters, no, what was it? 74 liters, 37 and 37. 74 liters for €210. I got a real good deal back then.
Yeah. This was, believe it or not, through Walmart.
Okay. I bought it from a company who makes it direct. So I bought it direct from the company. They would be supplying usually into factories or into wholesalers. So I bought it directly from them, but I can't do that anymore because at the time I was able to use a business address, and a business was bought through a business for me, but I don't have access to that anymore. Plus Brexit means they don't send it anymore from England to Ireland. So yeah. Now, when I was checking it up to see did they still do it, the price had gone. The same would have cost me now over 500 for the same amount compared to 200. So it really increased in price in the last couple of years. Pins are finicky between low grade and high grade, vary so much. The most I've got one run using salt water was 8.4 grams. 8.4 grams from what weight of pins?
You know, Mike, it's amazing what Walmart sells. You know, you can buy gold from them.
Hey, Tommy, welcome in. Good to see you, Tommy.
You do have to pay attention, though, because I know that there have been some fraudulent bullion pieces that are sold through them. They're not selling it directly, and in fact, you know, this nitric was not sold directly by Walmart. It's just through their portal. You know, it's a scientific supply company that was actually selling it and shipping it to me. But yeah, you do have to be careful with Walmart for the bullion because there are some pieces out there. If the price is way too good to be true, an ounce of silver for $15, it's probably not real.
Yeah. You see these people who buy gold jewelry from, we say the likes of Temu or one of these companies, and you're here like, they're not going to be selling. If that's 24 karat gold and the chain weighs this, there's no way they're going to be selling for that price because the gold value on it is twice that. So there's no way they're selling for that. So it's no, you know, and people, yeah, they're saying it here. It's 24 karat. Oh, stop.
24 karat plated.
Yeah, but even the prices for plated, it's still too low because
but if the bracelet weighs an ounce and it's gold plated, then it's not going to have more than about a gram of gold on it.
Yeah.
So,
but a gram of gold would be 90 euro. They're selling the bracelet for €10.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's still way too low. So it's not even gold plated. It's like painted with a golden color. Or it's brass or something. It's made of. Loafer, welcome in.
Many years ago, I had bid on a police auction, and they had a quote unquote gold bar And it's like this was way back before I had any clue about what was going on. And I was like, man, that's a good price for a gold bar. It was a police auction and I bid on it and I won. And so I get the gold bar and I'm looking and I get the magnifying glass out and little tiny scribing on it. It says 20 karat gold plating, something mils thick guaranteed or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a copper bar.
But I also picked up some sulfuric acid and sodium nitrate that I can make poor man's nitrate for other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Less pure stuff that I want to work with.
Yeah, you could use that for low-grade pins, for instance. You were trying to get the gold plating from low-grade pins, rather than use the more expensive nitric acid, just use the poor man's nitric.
Yeah.
And if you have loads of time and you're not in a rush for the pins, you can just throw it into copper chloride and let that eat away with it over a couple of months, and it'll do the same thing. But it just means instead of getting it done in a few days, it takes a couple of months instead.
Uh-oh, commotion going on.
Scrapping Scotland, welcome in. You're okay, Scrapping Scotland, because we were all late for Sharks live because the time changed in America. So he was an hour early today. So most of us Europeans missed it, except for Ian Matthews, who seemed to manage to make it. The Mr. T look, yeah. There are fake floating around here.
I got a question.
Oh, come on.
Is this going to end well?
For the gator, yes.
Yeah, the gator goes, oh, here's a nice meal.
Little niblet there.
I'm not sure. He might pass through without getting hurt.
Anymore, I just use. Yeah, see, Electronic Scrapper has moved to this Eco Gold, and he's saying the price if you work it out per 100 mils or something, is a way cheaper to do than it is for any other chemicals he's found. So and again, Electronic Scrapper is very good at working out them sort of costs because he's done it loads of times. So if he's saying it's cheaper to use that, then it's cheaper to use it.
You need to come up here and get all this crap out of my garage too. I'm like a holding center. I got my computer guy. I got a bunch of stuff for Scrap-It-All. I got a bunch of stuff for Electronic Scrapper. No wonder I ain't got no room to do nothing.
And the upsetting thing about that picture, Mike, is the gator will eat the dog, and then the owner will then go find Fish and Wildlife and say that alligator ate my dog, and then they'll have to kill the gator. It's like they ought to shoot the parents is what they ought to do.
Hey,
Circle of life.
Mike, just start charging a storage fee.
I need to. I told my computer guy today, I said, look, man, you're on shelf number 2 heading for number 3. Get your ass over here and get your shit. I could take it with me because, I'm just over there today. But I like to put it on the floor scale so we both know where we're at because we do the barter thing.
Yeah.
So, the stuff I got off of him today, if I had to pay him cash money, it would have been over $1,800.
Yeah, it's good. That system is good to have because it means you're not actually having to physically hand out cash for your stuff. So it's that's a good system you have going.
Yeah. I got like 160 switches off him today, plus a crap load of other stuff. That's a wire.
What does what do you mean? What does e-waste bin do? You mean does e-waste bin doesn't? If you're on about processing the gold, he doesn't actually process the gold himself. He sells the boards and sells all that stuff. He doesn't actually process the gold. I think he was going to try it at one stage, but I don't think he bothered in the end. And
I think he's just putting it all on the site. I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he said future gold recovery.
Yeah,
Everybody's in the future gold recovery.
So some of the really good stuff he'll hold, but most of the other stuff he just sells on. So
Yeah.
if you find something that's
He gets a lot of military grade stuff. So he's got a lot of that. And he's got a gabillion ceramic CPUs and stuff. I mean, he's got mountains of those.
I'll have to check that out, Claire. Look at Jack Black in definitely Chuckle. There is a likeness. Okay, I'll have to check it out.
That big word is Mandalorian.
That's the
What
word.
makes you think E-Waste Ben has a whole bunch of CPUs?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot more than that. But yeah. I think my biggest thing was about 4 years ago. I actually did a video on it. And I think I had like 40 of those Pentium Pros. The guy he was closing up his shop.
Yeah,
Like
Daniel.
$400.
I was going to say Daniel is correct there. If you're doing RAM sticks, the most gold in the RAM sticks is actually in the chips, than on the actual the fingers you cut off. So that is very true.
Yep.
Oh, electronic scrappers in the basement. Let me bring them up. Hey, electronic scrapper, give me a second. I just need to open the door here.
What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
So, you're allowed to do the video.
Yes.
Oh, we can't wait to see that one.
And it's kind of on hold. I'll show you why. This is, my work, right?
Yeah.
So, we've been around where I work, whatever. But I've got this giant room inside of a room. This is it. Somewhere, maybe.
Okay.
Everything's
that's
backwards, okay?
Yeah.
So they go, you spend so much time here. If you clean this room out, why don't you do all your refining here? So I have been working on cleaning this room out.
Oh, that's a nice place.
Yeah. So this would be your refinery room.
Yeah.
Cool.
So everything's kind of on hold on it because I've really been working on getting it cleaned out and cleaned up and getting a lot of garbage out of there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Are you going to put a fume hood or something in there, or what's the plan?
Yeah. Here, actually, I've got plans for a fume hood. I've already got duct work. So I wish I could change the camera view while I'm on, but I can't. So I'm going to make this guy into a fume hood.
yes.
Okay. All right.
And I have duct work that I'm going to replace with PVC over here that runs out and up.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So you've got a good setup ready there to go. That looks well. Philip Cruz is saying ISS, Irish Sucker Sticks. not the International Space Station.
But yeah, that's why. And then, I actually started on, I was going to start on 2 videos actually, because they're kind of getting a little more lenient with me. But I do have the kilo of these. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's heavy. There's your kilo.
Oh, look at that. Hold on. Look at all them. That's 1 kilo that you're going to run to give me a he was going to run a kilo of trim fingers with the Eco Gold stuff, so we could compare it to when I ran a kilo using the copper chloride and just see the time difference and the cost and stuff like that. So that's what that's what I was asking him about.
Now, when you use the Eco Gold on those fingers, you're not causing the fingers to come off. You're just taking the gold.
It just it dissolves the gold and leaves the nickel plating and copper underneath it.
Yeah.
If you leave it in too long, it will eventually start attacking the base metal.
Yeah.
You got to keep an eye on it and just be quick with it.
So what Eco Gold essentially is doing, it's skipping a stage where when you use copper chloride, you release the flakes and then you have to dissolve them later. So when you're using the Eco Gold, you're actually dissolving the gold in one step. And then dropping the gold out afterwards, a different method than what you would normally use.
Right.
And,
So
and
I
from
just
what-
plated it. I just reverse electroplated out on steel wool.
Okay.
and from what I've seen, correct me if I'm wrong, the Eco Goldex doesn't really react with aluminum either, does it?
No,
Okay, so it's not like you get when you have that violent reaction with the aluminum in your normal acids, you don't have the risk of that with your.
in fact, it's not an acid; it's a base.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I've seen videos where a guy goes and puts entire boards that have not been depopulated at all into
Yeah.
Goldex.
Yeah, you
And-
can do that.
Yeah, and then just pulls them out and rinses them off.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the advantage of it. You don't have to clean up the boards at all. What's E or what?
I can get you $130 a pound for those fingers. Trying to help you out. Or you can just drive to Tennessee yourself and get your money.
Yeah, but if
Right.
he does it and if he ends up getting 3 or 4 grams out of there,
Yeah.
that's like double the amount of money. Hey, Merchant Metals, welcome in. Good to see you. Merchant Metals was traveling around all over the place. I seen on his posts, picking stuff up. He got a few flat wheels tires as well. So he did.
Hey, speaking of flat tires, explain me this, electronic scrapper. You may understand this. I took the truck in to get serviced, and so they rotated the tires. And as I was driving back home, I got a low tire pressure alert. So I stopped, and it said the left front tire was low. But when I put the pressure gauge on it, it was fine. I got home, and my right rear tire was just about flat. So for some reason, the tire pressure monitor was reporting the wrong location of the tire.
Yeah, what it is, it takes time for your computer to realize what tire is what, and so many miles. That's the reason why. Okay, if the tires got rotated,
Yeah.
then for the first 60, 70 miles, it's gonna think that tire's on this corner. Now that dealership should have reprogrammed that when they did it. That way, it wasn't, like that.
Yeah.
But
It also depends on what tire pressure monitoring system that they use. Because if it's just the one that's on the inside of the valve stem, it may not recognize ever that you've moved the tire.
very true. But all I got to do is take a tool, buy it, and it's all wireless. Hey, this
Yeah.
is this tire, this is this tire, and that's something they should have done.
Or when they
Yeah.
rotated them, did they physically take the tire off and put it somewhere else, or did they just jack it up and spin it?
Mike, slap yourself.
There, there's an extra one.
I rotate my tires all the time. I drive down the road.
Rotated the van tires today. I was just asking for a friend. Irish sent me a message, said, ask this question. So I asked it.
Yeah, I sent a message. I said, ask this one. Maybe he just spun the wheel.
Now I had to smack myself, see?
And of course, the other issue was why did the tire damn near go flat? I pumped it up, and it hasn't lost any air since I pumped it up. So it's like, what the hell did they do? All they had to do was move the tires around.
That I don't know. Usually if you have a leak, you have a leak.
Yeah, that's usually the case, isn't it? I wonder if, because they overinflated the tires, and so I wonder if when they overinflated the tires, they got some dust or debris or something in the stem, and so it was leaking by a little bit or something.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that I've had cars before that when the weather changes, the temperature changes greatly, that the air pressure in the tires will change with the air temperature.
Oh yeah,
it'll throw the warning at you, even though you're not really under pressure anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Usually, like when it gets really cold, everybody gets the low pressure alert and goes in. If there's a backlog, a line of people waiting to fill up their tires at the gas station. Yeah, but it's going to be all 4 tires that will tend to show low when that happens, as
And
opposed
they'll
to
all
one.
be right around the same, 2 psi low,
Yeah,
2 to 3
yeah.
psi.
Philip said he gets a flat, but it's only on the bottom. The top is sound.
Yeah.
Or just
Terry,
rotate it.
Yeah, but it keeps moving. It
Mm.
keeps moving. Every time I move the tire, the flat goes somewhere else on the tire.
Hey, Terry, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like, guys. If anyone hasn't already done that, please remember to do it.
I don't do that.
Yes, all our tires are expensive.
Well, I'll be right back. I need to check on the silver real quick.
Oh, what are you working on silver? What did you say you're doing?
I'm just, I'm getting, I prefer dropping silver with silver chloride because I get a cleaner product for it.
Yeah. So what do you use to drop it?
Either salt water or muriatic acid.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use the muriatic acid or hydrochloric acid over here.
It just pumps up better to me with the hydrochloric acid versus salt.
Yeah. And some people like to try and drop it out using copper, plate it onto the copper and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to go with the drop it out using the hydrochloric acid.
Well, it works with the copper. It's all about that reactivity chart. What else is in there? It's going to drop it too.
Yeah. What else have you dropped out with it?
Right. And yeah, it bit me in the butt. I've got about half a pound of silver I have to re-refine because I dropped out with copper and there's something else in it. I need to have, I could have an XRF, but it's not here. So I'm not, I just got, I got a waste of nitric,
Well, if you go through all the trouble to refine out the silver and then you plate it onto the copper, haven't you kind of defeated the purpose of going through the trouble of refining out the silver?
You kind of have, because you're going to get a certain amount of copper mixed out with it when you knock it off.
Right. And you have to clean it up again, all over again. That's why I prefer the, just dropping it out as a chloride.
Yeah. And then what do you use then to purify? I presume you use lye, and then use is it sugar water you use then, or what do you do?
Yeah, I just use like table sugar and I just saturate water with it.
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
That's the way they make tea in the South.
Hey, where did Mike? Mike just disappeared.
He must have gotten tired of us talking about refining.
Just disappeared.
That's almost as bad as micro scrapping, right? I will be right back.
Okay. Well, while you're gone, I'm going to ask Shark Scrapper what his plan is for the week, because we're soon getting near that time to finishing up. So, what's the plan for the week, Shark Scrapper?
Oh, let's see. I will probably get a call from that business that's going out of business to do a pickup. They call me once a week to as they get things set aside and believe that they have a truckload for me to pick up. I am going like crazy breaking down computers and stuff from the pickups I did this week. So I think this week is probably going to be mostly breaking down computers and make a couple of videos and try to get myself some room in the shark cage because I am jam packed in there right now.
Welcome back, Mike. What happened to you?
I don't know. Everything was spinning.
No, rotating.
Rotation. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for the week. Mike's Meltdown, what's your plan for the week?
Well, I'm pretty much over being nursemaid for the pup. He's pretty much recovered now, so I can actually get back to work. I've got a bunch of stuff, primarily monitors and smaller TVs in my truck that I need to get out and get those processed. I've got a photocopier that I need to tear down. And I'm trying to get ready to do a melt as soon as the weather is cooperative. Right now we're having a lot of high winds, so I haven't been able to do anything with that yet.
Okay.
Got to break in the new furnace.
Okay. So that's your plan for the week. Anyways, Mike, what's your plan for the week?
We gotta go out there and know this vein.
I'll
I'll be out there until midnight, and then I have to go back over to my computer guy tomorrow and pick up the rest of it because I didn't have the room. And then that's it.
Okay, because you were glitching there for a minute, and you're back.
Huh?
You were glitching for a minute. You were just like freezing up.
Welcome to my world.
Good problem to have, though, Mike. You know.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna take a long time to process all this crap. But yeah, it's like I said, the problem is it's just we do the barter system, but it's just too much shit. I mean, I'm in deep with this guy now, so I have to get some stuff done and hopefully get rid of some of this stuff. But no, it's a good problem to have. He tried to scam me today, and I caught him because he had a big, those brute garbage cans. He has one of those that are full of like mixed hard drives. He's like, oh yeah, there's another can of them underneath that shelf over there full, and they're all broke down. It's just the aluminum carriage, I was like, dude, this is just breakage, and he can't even move the barrel. It's so damn heavy. He said, just take it and shut up. I'll take it and shut up. But the guy gave me a ton of stuff, and he gave me a ton of free stuff, so I can't complain. And he still has 3 more storage units to get rid of, and some shit at his house. So I don't know, but I don't really have anywhere to put the stuff because I already had 2 big loads.
Yeah, see, a month ago, you were crying, you'd nothing. Now you're full again. I told you that was going to
I'm
happen.
still crying. It don't matter how much you have. It's you got to get it all broke down.
Yes.
And I don't have any, and I don't want to leave it outside in case it rains. So
now you're crying about the amount of work you have to do.
We're going to have to make some sort of pithy statement about the scrapper's dilemma. You cry when you're empty, you cry when you're full.
yeah.
Okay.
And the only problem is I can only stand for about an hour, and I have to go sit my ass down for a half hour. So it takes a lot of time out of the day, just chilling out because my legs are garbage. But I still try to get it done.
Yeah. You have to keep.
I have to keep doing my laps. So
rotation.
pass.
Yeah, just doing your rotations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Electronic scrapper, what's your plan for the week?
Working on cleaning that room out and work. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so that's it. Nothing else.
No videos yet. I want to get that thing cleaned out and set up.
Okay, no problem. All right, so that's his plan. So my plan for the week is I'll be doing a lot more. I'll probably do a lot more milers, keyboards. I want to get broken down. Seeing I've started doing the silver part, so I'll probably do a lot more of that. I did get something off a company to test out, and I'll be doing a video on that. And it's something we all use in gold refining and stuff like that. So that video might be out this week or might be out next week because they have to look at the video first to make sure I'm not criticizing their product too much. So
now
I told them I'd be honest. I said I'll be honest. I won't lie. If it's not up to doing what it says it's going to do, I won't be holding back in my criticism of it.
This wasn't the sex doll, was it?
No, I don't think. I know. We'd probably be lonely people in the e-waste recycling world, but I don't think we'd actually use it on our channel. So we'll stick to what we use on our channels. But
I got you.
Something I was looking to buy personally, but then I was contacted by a company and they said, would I like to test this product on my channel? And I said, yes, I would, because I was thinking in a month's time, I was going to be buying this product. So it saves me having to buy it. So that came out, that came handy. Not on YouTube, at least. That's what Ralph Mark is saying. So, right, guys, if you haven't hit the like, please do. If you're not already a subscriber, if you're in the background, you haven't subscribed, please do. And until next week, if I don't have a video out, I'll see you again next Sunday. I will be going at the earlier time. So it'll be 7 p.m. Irish time. It'll be straight after Shark Scrappers Live. So we'll be an hour ahead next week because of Shark Live going an hour ahead. And we'll see you there. And I've put the link in there for Everyday Solars. So if you want to head over there, be safe and Scrap you all later, guys. Bye bye.